Hello students, welcome back to my channel. I am Shalini and today we'll discuss with another poem from Footprints Without Feet and poem number 4, that is How to Tell Wild Animals by Carolyn Wells. Now, before proceeding about the poem, let me tell you about this poet. She was an American poet and she has written numerous poems and stories which was related to animals. She was rather fond of those animals also. So, in this poem also, we'll find the identification, we'll find the description of various animals, but in a very humorous way. Now, this poem suggests some dangerous ways also to identify the animals, and it has some ironical and satirical words also. Now, when we go to the zoo, we see that there are very, very wild beasts like lion, tiger, and other elephants and like crocodiles and all. So, these wild animals, we don't feel relaxed with them. But the most important part from the poem that the poetess has described is we don't feel that these animals are wild. They are described in such a beautiful way that we rather feel very comfortable about these wild animals. So this is the USP of this poem, which is that it is described in a very light mode, in a very easygoing way. So this is the important factor of this point. Now coming to the poem, this is actually a humorous poem which revolves around in different ways to identify animals, as I've told you. The humor is created by various beasts of prey differently. However, the use of the words in the poem are not only humorous, but it has ironical and satirical words also. So, what is irony? Basically, ironical words are basically those words which we actually are opposite of what we mean, or rather which is opposite to our expectation. So we'll see in the poem where these words are used as an irony or not very real. The poet has taken certain freedom also to change the spelling of certain words to create rhyme or musical effect. So this is important, and this is something different in this poem as compared to other poems in the earlier which we have read, that the poet has taken certain advantage or certain liberty. Rather, we can say it as a poetic license. Now, what is poetic license? Where the poet can take the liberty or freedom to change the spellings of the words. जहाँ poet अपने words की spellings के साथ छेड़छाड़ कर सकता है deliberately. क्यों कर सकता है? So that to bring the musical effect or the rhyme effect in the poem. We'll see in the poem. So in this video, I'll discuss with the line-wise explanation and word meanings, as well as the poetic device and explanations of the poetic devices also. So let's begin with the poem. Stanza 1. If ever you should go by chance to jungle in the east, and if there should to you advance a large and tawny beast, if he roars at you as you are dying, you will know it is the Asian lion. So let's discuss with the difficult word over here is tawny. Tawny means something very yellowish brown in color and nothing else as such. Yes, so coming to line 1, if ever you should go by chance, the poet is telling that अगर आप by chance कभी ईस्ट के जंगल्स में जाते हैं और वहाँ अगर आपको आगे बढ़ते बढ़ते एक लार्ज या टॉनी कलर का बीस्ट दिखाई देता है, एंड इफ ही रोर्स एट यू एज यू आर डाइन, सो और अगर वो जोर से दहाड़ता है, रोर्स मीन्स दहाड़ना, और वो इतनी जोर से दहाड़ता है कि आपको ऐसा लगे कि आप शायद मर जाएंगे, you will know it is the Asian lion. So you will get to know that it is none other than the Asian lion. So this is the identification of the Asian lion कि वो इतनी जोर से अपनी दहाड़ता है कि सुनने वाला डर जाए, इतना कि as if he is dying. So you can see over here in the second last line, dying and lion. Although D-Y-I-N means dying, but the poet has changed its spelling to make a rhyme with dying and lion. So This is the poetic license she has used over here. Coming to the poetic device, first we can see enjambment. Enjambment is something in which there is no punctuation mark at the end of the words so that it can continue as a sentence. So line 1, 3 and 5 you can see. Second is consonance. Consonance is something where we can like describe about something about the particular species or something particularly. So Asian lion is described over here and told as particularly. And assonance is over here the line 1, 3 and 5 where use of O sound is more prominent in many of the lines. You can see you, go, dine, line, roars. So these are the assonance words used over here. Second stanza. Or if some time when roaming round a noble wild beast greased you with black stripes on a yellow ground, just notice if he eats you. This simple rule may help you learn the Bengal tiger to discern. So greets means over here is meat and ground means skin and discern is again coming towards you. And over here the poet is telling कि अगर आप और आगे बढ़ते हैं, कभी घूम रहे होते हैं जंगल में या ऐसे देखने के लिए, देन अगर आपके सामने कोई एक नोबल वाइल्ड बीस्ट आके खड़ा हो जाता है. नाउ ग्रीट मीन्स टू मीट और नॉट जस्ट टू हग यू और समथिंग, मिलना या देखता है आपको. विद ब्लैक स्ट्राइप्स ऑन अ येलो ग्राउंड, और वो बीस्ट कैसा हो, जैसे उसके बॉडी के ऊपर, येलो बॉडी के ऊपर, येलो स्किन के ऊपर कुछ ब्लैक स्ट्राइप्स हों. जस्ट नोटिस इफ ही ईट्स यू. एंड अगर आप नोटिस करते कि वो आपके ऊपर दहाड़ने नहीं, इनफैक्ट आपको खाने ही आ रहा है. द सिंपल रूल में हेल्प यू लर्न द बंगाल टाइगर टू डिसर्न. तो याद रखिए एक वो सिंपल रूल है कि वो और कोई एनिमल नहीं है, वो सिर्फ और सिर्फ बंगाल टाइगर है. सो ओवर हियर दिस इज अगेन द एनिमल फ्रॉम द कैट फैमिली, टाइगर. द पोएट हैज डिस्क्राइब्ड एंड शी इज सेइंग दैट if any time you go and roaming around over there in the jungle and if you can see a very noble means बहुत आराम से चलने वाला, बहुत ही डिसिप्लिन लगने वाला तरीके से, जो वाइल्ड ना लगता हो बट स्टिल वाइल्ड हो, वो अगर आपको ग्रीट करता है विद येलो स्ट्राइप्स, ब्लैक स्ट्राइप्स ऑन अ येलो स्किन, and if he comes to eat you, then it is none other than Bengal tiger. So here's the difference between Bengal tiger and Asian lion. Asian lion roars very loudly towards you, but over here this Bengal tiger is actually coming to eat you up, and so it is the identification of the Bengal tiger. And over here the poetic device, we can see that alliteration, that is roaming round. Alliteration means the first alphabet is same, roaming R and round R. Second is assonance, that is the use of O sound is used many a time over here, जैसे roaming, round, yellow, ground, to, so noble. So इसमें assonance and use of O sounds काफी prominent है. So these are the poetic device in this stanza. Come to next stanza. If strolling forth a beast of you whose hide with spots is peppered, as soon as he has leapt on you, you will know it is the leopard. 'Twill do no good to roar with pain, he will only leap and leap again. So now she is saying that अगर आप और आगे होके strolling, let me tell you, this is walking leisurely, hide is skin, peppered means scattered over here, फैला हुआ, and leapt और leap is jump. So the poet is telling that अगर आप और आगे ऐसे ही leisure में घूम रहे हैं और बढ़ते हैं आगे, and if you can see a beast, if you view any beast whose hides with spots is peppered, जिसकी बॉडी पे काफ़ी येलो स्पॉट्स स्कैटर्ड हुए हैं, फैले हुए हैं, एज सून एज ही हैज लेप्ट ऑन यू, और वो आपकी तरफ जंप करने के लिए बढ़ रहा है, यू विल नो दैट इट इज लेपर्ड, और वो कोई और एनिमल नहीं है, वो एक लेपर्ड ही है. Twill do no good to roar with pain. and there will be no use if you cry in pain, or if you start crying for help or something. It will be of no use because he will only lap and lap again on you. वो सिर्फ और सिर्फ आपके ऊपर जंप ही करेगा. So this is the identification of leopard or panther over here, where the poet is described. Now this is also the animal from the cat's family where the poet has described. So here it is said again that yes, अगर आप आगे ऐसे बढ़ रहे होते हैं और आपको एक ऐसा जानवर दिखता है जिसके बॉडी पे ब्लैक स्पॉट स्कैटर्ड है और वो आपकी तरफ खाने के लिए नहीं, धारने के लिए नहीं, जंप करने के लिए आता है, तो वो एक लेपर्ड है. और आपके चीखने का या देयर इज नो यूज ऑफ क्राइंग बिकॉज इट विल अगेन jump on you again and again. Now over here also the poet has taken, now you can see LEPT, although leaped is not there, a missing here, but the poet has taken advantage over here. In the last line also you can say LEP, जहाँ पर poetic लाइसेंस यूज हुआ है, जहाँ पोइट ने लिबर्टी ली है सो दैट इट कैन मेक अ रिदम और टू गेन अटेंशन ऑफ द रीडर. Coming to the poetic device, we have alliteration, that is he and has. H is the first alphabet. Repetition also you can see, lap and lap, twice the word is repeated. Assonance is again the use of O sound, that is we can see strolling, fought, spot, leopard, only, to, roar. So this is again assonance where we have O sound. Twill is again where it will do no good. You can see in the beginning of the second last 10 lines of the stanza, twill. Now again यहाँ पर भी it will की जगह poet ने short use किया हुआ है ताकि वो थोड़ा सा advantage ले सके to create rhythm deliberately. If when you are walking round your yard, you meet a creature there who hugs you very, very hard, be sure it is a bear. If you have any doubts, I guess he will give you just one more caress. So, over here, caress means hug and no other such difficult words over here, students. If when you were walking around your yard, and the poet is telling कि अगर आप ऐसे ही घूम रहे अपने यार्ड में, एरिया में, एंड अगर आपको वहाँ पर कोई क्रिएचर मिलता है जो आपको बहुत ज़ोर से हग कर लेता है, बहुत हार्डली हग कर लेता है, तो आप श्योर हो जाइए कि वो कोई और एनिमल नहीं है, इट इज़ अ बेयर विच इज़ हगिंग यू. इफ़ यू हैव एनी डाउट्स आई गेस, और फिर भी अगर आपको किसी रीज़न से डाउट होता है, ही विल गिव यू जस्ट वन मोर कैरेस, वो आपको दोबारा से एक और टाइट हग, हार्ड हग दे देगा. सो हियर दिस इज द आइडेंटिफिकेशन ऑफ द बेयर. ऑल्दो स्टूडेंट्स इट डजंट हैपन्स इन द वे दैट वो बेयर आपको हग नहीं करता या जोर से हग करे वही बेयर है. नो, इट डजंट हैपन्स मेनी अ टाइम्स. सो ओवर हियर the poet is telling that yes, when you are walking through the yard and if you see animal which is hugging you or trying to hug you, it is none other than bear. And coming to the poetic device, enjambment, you can see the continuation of the line 1, 2 and 5, 6. रिपीटेशन भी हम देख सकते हैं जहाँ वर्ड्स रिपीट हो रहे हैं वेरी वेरी. Assonance also here, beer, E word is used many a time, जिसका E pronunciation काफ़ी use हो रहा है. So we can see caress, guess, beer, very. So this is again your assonance where E sound is more prominent. Coming to the fifth stanza, though to distinguish beast of prey, a novice might nonplus, the crocodile you always may tell from the hyenas this. Hyenas comes with merry smiles, but if they weep, they are crocodiles. Now in the stanza, the poet has described and differentiate between hyenas and crocodile. And novice means new, nonplus means थोड़ा सा जब डाउट हो या कंफ्यूज हो उसको nonplus बोलते हैं. एंड द पोएट इज टेलिंग दो टू डिस्टिंग्विश बीस्ट ऑफ प्रे. अगर हमें दो कोई जो नोविस होता है, जो न्यू होता है, जो मैच्योर होता है, जिसे डिफरेंस नहीं पता, टू एनिमल्स के बीच में, क्रोकोडाइल और हाइनास के बीच में, तो कैसे पता करे? द क्रोकोडाइल यू ऑलवेज मे टेल फ्रॉम द हाइनास दिस. क्या डिफरेंस है? हाइनास कम्स विद मेरी स्माइल्स, बट अगर वो स्माइल करे तो हाइनास है, लेकिन अगर उसमें टीयर्स हैं आईज में तो वो क्रोकोडाइल है. So again over here this is bit different, although satirical and ironical, कि नहीं, ज़रूरी नहीं ऐसा होता कि हम हाइना स्माइल ही करें और क्रोकोडाइल हमेशा रोए ही. But yes, the poet has taken that use of the differentiation to distinguish between these two beasts of prey. And again the poet is telling that yes, if novel or if novice a person comes and find out the differentiation, और वो अगर confused होता है, if he is confused, then yes, he should be kept in mind to that person that hyenas have a merry smiles on his face, whereas crocodile has tears. Weep means again to cry or having tears. Okay. Now coming to the poetic device, enjambment is also there in this stanza in line 1 and 3. Beast of prey, a novice might surplus, which is continuation. Alliteration भी हम देख सकते हैं, जो novice और non plus है. Beginning of the word alphabet is N, both of the words. So we can see two of the alphabets in this stanza. Coming to the next stanza, 7th, which is the last one. The true chameleon is small, a lizard sort of thing. He hasn't any ears at all and not a single wing. If there's nothing on the tree, it is the chameleon you see. So, the last stanza, the poet is talking about lizard and chameleon. Here also the poet is trying to create differentiation, which is lizard and which one is chameleon. So, sort of thing is just to be like, nothing is a difficult word in the stanza, and the poet is telling, अगर आप देखते हैं द ट्रू कैमेलियन इज स्मॉल, कैमेलियन जो है वो स्मॉल होता है, लीजर्ड जैसा ही दिखता है, वेरी मच लाइक लीजर्ड, बट वो लीजर्ड से थोड़ा सा स्मॉल होता है. ही हैजंट ईयर्स एनी ऑल, और उसके ना कान होते हैं, ना कोई उसके पास एक सिंगल विंग होता है. ना लीजर्ड के पास होते हैं, ना कैमेलियन के पास होते. तो क्या डिफरेंस है ना? lizard is also small, but yes, chameleon थोड़ा सा lizard से small है, but दोनों के identification almost same है, ना उनके ears है ना wings है. So what is the difference? If there is nothing on the tree, it's the chameleon you see. So here it is telling the difference between chameleon and lizard is also that the chameleon changes its color according to the environment, right? So अगर आप ट्री पे देखते हैं कि कुछ जानवर या कोई एनिमल बैठा है, बट फिर भी वो आपको दिखाई नहीं दे रहा है, देन इट इज नॉट lizard, it is chameleon, because chameleon has the feature to change its color according to the environment, right? So there is nothing as such confusion. कैमेलियन अपना कलर चेंज करता है, जिस ट्री पे जैसा वो ट्री है, कलर है, उसके अकॉर्डिंग वो अपना कलर चेंज कर लेता है. सो हियर इज टेलिंग दैट येस, कैमेलियन इज स्मॉल एंड लुक्स लाइक अ लिजर्ड, दो इट डजंट हैज विंग और ईयर्स. कैमेलियन के ना ईयर्स हैं ना विंग है, बट येस, अगर वो आपको दिखाई देने के बाद भी दिखाई नहीं देता है तो वो डेफिनेटली एक कैमेलियन ही है. Coming to the poetic device, it is alliteration. You can see he hasn't. The first word H is there in both of the words. Alphabet H is prominent. Consonants, again you can see that use of G sound is very much in this stanza. That is thing, single, wing, you can see. So this is consonants, which is another poetic device used in this stanza. So the rhyming scheme again of this poem is A B A B C C throughout the poem. So students, Carolyn Wells, a very nice poem, very easy poem, though it is long, but it's not very hard. It has been described in a very light way, in a humorous way. Although we have seen कि जैसा एनिमल्स होते हैं, जैसा डिस्क्राइब किया गया है, लीजर्ड्स या बेयर या कैमेलियन या क्रोकोडाइल वो एक्चुअली में वैसे नहीं है. तो समवेयर बिट आयरनिकल एंड सटारिकल वर्ड्स also has been used, but still it is a masterpiece of the poet Carolyn Wells. I hope students you all have understood. Thank you.